You still vote every few years. But behind the scenes, money often decides the outcome long before election day. And that's a hard truth to swallow, because most of us want to believe our vote is the whole story. We want to believe democracy is a clean system where ideas win, truth wins, and the best leader rises to the top. But in real life, there's something stronger than slogans, something louder than speeches, and something faster than hope: money. Money funds the campaigns. Money controls the exposure. Money shapes the headlines. And money can quietly decide who even gets a chance to run. So today, I'm going to show you how money slowly became the real power behind modern democracy, why it keeps happening, and how you can protect your mind from being manipulated, even if you can't control the system. Stay to the end, because the last part is the most important. It explains why so many people feel powerless, even when they live in a free country. Let's start with the first truth. Elections are expensive. In the United States, running for office isn't like a school election where the best speaker wins. It's more like a marketing war. You need staff, ads, travel, events, data analytics, social media teams, lawyers. They want their industry protected. They want tax rules that benefit them. They want laws that make business easier for them. So even when politicians don't sell out openly, the system itself naturally pulls them toward the interests of the people funding the engine. It's because your brain is wired to trust what feels popular and familiar. Campaigns know this. That's why ads matter so much. A candidate with more money can buy more ads, more interviews, more online visibility, and create more momentum. And once someone has momentum, people start voting for them because they think everyone else will. This is how money creates a snowball effect. It turns exposure into support, and support into victory. Now, let's talk about the fourth truth: lobbyists. This is where it gets real. Lobbyists are basically professional influencers for laws. They help write policies, they push bills, they guide politicians, they bring research, experts, and sometimes very fancy dinners. But when lobbyists become more organized and better funded than the public, they can shape the rules in their favor, quietly, over years. That's their entire job. That's why money wins. It buys focus. It buys time. It buys strategy. So if money controls politics, what happens to regular people? Regular people lose patience. They start feeling like voting doesn't change anything. And when people feel like nothing changes, they check out. They stop paying attention. They stop trusting the system. And that creates the perfect environment for even more manipulation. Because a tired and disconnected population is much easier to steer. And what sells attention, outrage, makes more money than quiet truth. Drama gets more clicks. Fear spreads faster than facts. And once media becomes a business of attention, politics becomes a business of performance. Leaders become entertainers, and citizens become the audience. That's how democracy gets weaker. Not through one single evil plan, but through a system of incentives. If you feel exhausted by politics, it might be because the system is designed to keep you emotional, not informed. Let's move to the sixth truth, and this part is huge. Money controls the menu of choices. You might think democracy means the best ideas rise to the top. But often, the candidates who rise are the candidates who can afford to rise. And it's a force that works every single day, not just on election day. So what can you, as a regular person, actually do? When you're stable, you can see the game for what it is. Here's the real lesson. Money didn't replace democracy overnight. It slowly moved in through convenience, through marketing, through influence, and through the simple fact that modern politics is incredibly expensive. Democracy still exists, but the battlefield has changed. And if you want to stay free, you have to understand the battlefield. Not to become cynical, but to become sharp. A smart person doesn't just vote. A smart person learns. A smart person stays aware. A smart person protects their own mind. And a smart person builds enough personal strength to not be owned by fear or bought by distractions. If you want more powerful money truths, financial history, and simple wealth lessons that actually make you smarter, subscribe to Cashfree World and hit the like button so this video reaches more people who need to hear it. And comment below, do you think money controls politics more through media, donations, or lobbying? Thanks for watching.